Welcome everyone to Numerical Gems. It says in the Torah that when God spoke to Moshe, it was panim el panim, face to face. Another expression, which we're going to analyze, is that God spoke to Moshe peh el peh, mouth to mouth. Both of these statements indicate the special relationship between God and Moshe, and especially that distinguishes Moshe as being unique among all of the prophets, that he spoke to God face to face and mouth to mouth. So in Hebrew, the phrase peh el peh, mouth to mouth, equals 201. One of the methods in establishing a gematria of a word of a phrase is to take, if it's a phrase, how many words in the phrase, and divide the total gematria by the number of words. And this tells you what the common denominator is between all of the words of that phrase. So peh el peh has 3 words. So if you take 201 and divide it by 3, you have 67. 67 equals bina, understanding. One of the sfirot, and of course a very, very important concept, the idea of chachma, bina, and dat, chabad, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. So the common denominator of peh el peh, mouth to mouth, is bina. So what we can learn from this is the sages tell us that one of the definitions of bina is lahavin davar mitoch davar, to understand one concept within another concept, one idea within another idea, meaning delving deeper into any particular reality is this idea of bina. Coming to understand means probing and delving deeper. So here we can see that Moshe not only speaks to God face to face, but also the idea of mouth to mouth is that Moshe had this unique ability to not just hear the words, but to understand deeper levels and stratas of meaning in everything that God was commanding him. Bina is always associated with hearing. Chachma is usually associated with seeing, and bina is with hearing. And when we look at the cardinal statement of faith in Judaism, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, Hear, O Israel, God our God, God is one. The Shema, Hear, O Israel, means a lot more than hearing. It's connected to bina. So it's not just to hear this statement of God's oneness, but it's to probe and to integrate and to contemplate the concept of God's oneness in the world. Another concept that is associated with bina is what are called the 50 gates of understanding. Chamishim sha'arei bina. 50 gates of understanding. One of the ways we can understand this is we know that between Pesach and Shavuos, we count 49 days, Sfirat HaOmer. And then the 50th day is Shavuot. So this idea of counting 49 days and then arriving or meriting to rise up to the 50th level is connected to the 50 gates of understanding. In other words, it's a process of ongoing spiritual elevation. And so the Gemara says that Moshe merited to 49 of these gates. And we're told that the 50th, in general, not just for Moshe, represents something beyond logic, something that's transcendental. And so Moshe reached 49 levels, and the question is, did he reach the 50th? And there are different opinions of if he did and how he did. But one of the strongest opinions is Moshe did reach the 50th, and that is when, according to tradition, when Moshe passes away, he dies with what's called the kiss of God. We're told also that Aharon and Miriam, his brother and sister, also died with what's called the kiss of God. And many people interpret that the kiss of God represents reaching the 50th level. As the soul leaves this world, many things are revealed to it. And what's interesting is the kiss of God, of course, is coming from the mouth. So when it says that Moshe spoke with God, or really God spoke to Moshe face to face and mouth to mouth, here we see at the end of his days, in a sense, it was his reward to die with the kiss of God from the mouth, as it were. We're talking in symbolic language, the mouth of God. One last hint is we don't know where Moshe is buried, but we're told that the name of the mountain is Mount Nevo. And if you look at the word Nevo, so it's Nun Bo. Nun equals 50. Bo means in it. And so Moshe dies in the mountain where 50 is in it. Another allusion to Moshe dying with the kiss of God, reaching the 50th level. And it also says in the Gemara that Moshe merited to Bina. And so here we've seen in this phrase, Peh el Peh, some beautiful, beautiful hints as to Moshe and his connection to Bina.